have agreed, with which we have agreed. And you think you have to want more than you need.
Street art essentially is artwork that's painted outdoors. People can be using a variety of mediums. You don't have to come from a particular background, or you don't have to have particular influences.
You're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely.
It is a large-scale, wall-sized mural of a Māori woman's face with a moko on her chin. But there's other elements in that picture as well, which indicate to me that the artist is obviously trying to say something about the multicultural nature, perhaps, of Auckland. But probably even beyond that, is saying something about the complexity of cultural identity in in our times. So obviously saying something about the complexity of contemporary cultural identity, and the way in which identities aren't clear-cut, particularly in Auckland, which is obviously a very multicultural city.
So based on this artwork of the Maori woman's face, it's actually very near to where I live in Eden Terrace. I get a sense of a real strong representation of biculturalism in New Zealand, which is mainly based on Pākehā and Māori.
I think that artwork represents a strong representation of the British colonisation of New Zealand. It's evident in the font, the two royal European men, and the colouring.
It does represent Tonga. The colour, the flower itself, it symbolises my culture. There's a lot of
more, less is more. But if less is more, how you keeping score?
A lot of people actually don't quite understand the difference between, well, actually the boundaries are blurred sometimes between graffiti and street art, and what I actually do is a bit of both. Graffiti is predominantly kind of letter-based in its word and its text. More or less you're just writing your name, or maybe the collective that you're a part of. But street art, that's kind of more imagery-based. I think that street art represents multiculturalism here in Auckland at least, because a lot of the work that they create is actually about the South Pacific. Or at least for a lot of the friends that I know that have come from a graffiti background, that have moved into more visual, like imagery, a lot of their work is related to something related to their culture, or their environment, or where they're from. So for example, a lot of my friends look at, well, their ethnic culture is actually Pacific and Māori, so a lot of their work is related to that kind of aesthetic.
There's those thinking more, less is more. But if less is more, how you keeping score? It means forever.